From Dr. V.N.Bedekar Institute of Management Studies emerges a voice of reflection, a mirror of thought, and a celebration of ideas. In a world full of noise, there comes a space where voices find meaning, a space where reflection meets expression, where ideas don't just echo, they resonate. This is Pratibimb, the podcast studio where leaders share wisdom, students spark change, and thoughts take flight. Every conversation here is a reflection of purpose, of passion, and of progress. Because voices like yours deserve to be heard, remembered, and reflected forever. Welcome to Pratibimb, where your voice becomes your legacy.
Once again, we are back on Pratibimb Studio. Dr. V.N.Bedekar Institute of Management Studies and Research. We try and invite various corporate personalities on our show to interact. So the target audience is our meaningful learning out of it. Today we have got a young mind, Mr. Gurpreet Rai, on our show. Gurpreet, welcome to Pratibimb Studio. Now probably like you're the youngest one amongst all the corporate who have interacted with the students. How the idea of getting into the ad would came in your mind? Like, was it you were totally sure that you want to get into the ad world, or what was there in your mind? Like?
No, definitely. See, whenever you're starting on something new, it's a journey. It's a part and parcel of the journey. But you somewhere or the other, you know that okay, this is something what I want to do. Mm-hmm. This is something what interests me. For someone, it might be I'm very much interested into, let's say, electronics. I'm very much interested into media. Mm-hmm. For me, it was just a very simple thing that I want either me or just myself, my work or something like that to be on the TV. Mm-hmm. But somewhere or the other, how you're growing up, your college, your MBA, is somewhere or the other teaches you that okay, this is my stronger point. Mm-hmm. I somewhere used to I started writing things. Mm-hmm. I used to start I used to write shairis, poems. So that just intrigued me that why not I give it a shot to something where I want the kind of content I used to consume. Mm-hmm. Where you have been born and brought up seeing ads of, let's say, Piyush Pande, Prasarak, R. These kind of legends. It just intrigues you to just look at how this actually works out. And that's how I started into the advertising industry, and it's been a good journey as of now, and I'm still here.
So when was the first intuition which came in your mind of a writing? But you can be a good writer.
So again, it's something which is like being very honest. It takes you back to the school days where actually you started out writing. How do you perform a poetry, the kind of confidence you have on the stage, the kind of narration you want on those kind of things. So that's something which always intrigued me. Something everybody has a fear or let's say interest. Being on stage, being confident on stage, being speaking something on stage was my kind of a thing. So that's something which I used to like, and that's how I got into the cultural activities slowly and steadily. And when got into the college, I got an opportunity to write for a PR or a brand. And because I have taken BMM, so that's the kind of opportunity I got later on. So slowly and steadily I started writing things.
Okay, I think it also the internship matters the most. Like your first internship was in Prasarak, right? Yeah. So on many times you get into an internship more and more like to do some of the clerical work. But your contribution, what you did Prasarak, what was that?
No, that was definitely hands down, like one of my best experience so far. It's been 6 years to me in the advertising industry as of now, and that particular year where wholly I was working with Mr. Prasarak, that was really good because I got an opportunity to work on him where we actually curated a whole brand. Like a brand which didn't have a tagline, a brand which didn't have any kind of a brand ambassador. We built up that brand. That brand is called Ttalk Foods. It's an Ahmedabad-based brand. It's a really good brand where we came up with a tagline saying "Aapne farmaya, humne banaya," and it has a very Gen Z taste to it, which says like "Khane ka mat lo load, ghar le aao the load." So it's those jingles or those small notions. Plus, working with these kind of industry giants, you actually get to learn that at the end of the day, these are very simple people. They just tell you about the observations. It's just like कि ये आपको वहाँ से कहीं से कोई दूर सी जगह से जाके नहीं मिलने वाला है। जिस तरीके का ब्रांड है अपने आजू बाजू में देखो कि क्या कहानी चल रही है, इंडिया में किस तरीके की बातचीत हो रही है, देखो अगर उसमें कुछ बन पाता है, that's how. And they were like, he was very friendly, because somewhere or the other he understood what kind of a guy I am. And they just look up to, like, it's very important in today's culture, which is like, just break the ice. He actually did that for me. When you are seeing the legend sitting in front of you, where I imagine that, okay, it's his ads, watching his ads, I have something growing up. And so one day I want to become something like that. When he's sitting in front of you, and it's like, what will he speak, what will he ask, something, and it's just like, or bhai Gurpreet kya hai? That's the moment you just click it there.
Right.
That's the kind of people you are working on. That's the simplicity, the reason what they are today is. So they make you comfortable, they make the youngsters comfortable, and when you get that synergy, because at the end of the day, in creativity, advertising, that's what it matters. If I don't have that break the ice kind of a thing, or I'm not your friend, or not like working with you as a very professional colleague, that's not something all my ads are going to generate. I need to spend time with you, I need to have a team with you, I need to, tell you what kind of content I'm watching, which is my favorite movie. When these kind of things happen, then ultimately observations, insights, the idea what you want to make comes up. So he has been a great part of that.
Good. Now, all the youngsters who are listening to you, like many times they're in a comfort zone, 95 concept, like relax, chill out, like 25. Now, basically, everyone would like to be a part of the comfort zone, but if you come out from a comfort zone, right, normally, probably when you graduate the skill career which is concerned, like in multiple textile agency, now working within startup, so do you think like this is some risk involved in that? How do you take a step of getting into a startup and scaling up from there onwards?
No, see, definitely, risk is there. I'll agree on that fact, but the point is, there's a risk in your agency thing also. But at the end of the day, startup is something which, for me, it's something very important that if I am making a thing today, if I think that, okay, this particular ad, this particular concept, this product, anything, what it is, when you make an ad in agency, you can call that ad as your baby. But when you're in a startup, it teaches you any number of things. Trust me guys, it just teaches you any number of things. The amount of learnings you get in a startup, the kind of people you have there, you might be having one single big name with you, but the confidence that, okay, someone is sitting right there. Plus, it takes an immense courage that you yourself are jumping into a startup. That's somewhere or the other, I just want you guys to believe in that key. Maybe now you have that maturity that, okay, yeah, I want to take this step. So somewhere or the other, you are doing the right thing. And if the startup grows up, it's your baby, you have built it up. That's something
I could recollect your CEO, Mr. H.S.Cheema was on our show, and I could see the clarity and the years of an experience that you had board. And I'm sure with your kind of creative writing and all the team which you're building up, it's going to be different. Tomorrow we can see like rather than working for an expert agency and working with a startup and come with a crazy idea and build up a big agency. I'm sure it's going to happen. All the growth happens beyond the boundaries, which I'm sure that his way of looking at the business and overall agency and connecting to the So, secondly, I think before we leave from here, आपने कुछ शायरी लिखी होगी. Can you share with us if you remember anything or any poetry you would like to share?
Okay, the shairi, I don't know, I'm not remembering anyone.
Or anything for a target audience you want to share with them. Or even a creative writer like.
I'll just share you, instead of a shairi or a poetry, I'll just more of tell you what exactly, if my takeout would be, or let's say my learnings when I am at a low phase or a down phase, which are those quotes, or which are those learnings which keeps me moving on. It's again, I'll be quoting like Piyush Pande, where he told that no matter what, just chalte raho, just be there. Consistency is what at the end of the day matters. No matter whether it's Monday, Tuesday, कुछ हुआ है, कुछ नहीं चल रहा है, आप स्टार्टअप में हो, आप कोई बड़े कॉर्पोरेट में हो, what at the end of the day matters is just to show up on work and just be there, just be consistent. Things automatically will start moving on. That's what it matters at the end of the day. It's what I'll just say. Because being there is much important, because it will keep you learning. If you're learning, and the kind of motivation you will have, that will take you to some another level. So good. For the youngsters, I just want to be there, just stay consistent, be focused, and love your path.
Great. On this Pratibin studio today, we have seen Ajay Rawal, Senior Vice President with Anthropethicals. We have seen Krishna Buddha, who was the category head of Parley Group as such, and we have seen Mr. Rishabh Srivastava. For last 15 years, he has been into the ad world as such, and now the youngsters, Mr. Gurpreet Rai, has been working in his team. The kind of and wonderful wisdoms and the thought process what they've shared with our audience, I'm sure, might have brought more and more clarity as far as the marketing and the ad world which is concerned. Thank you very much. Gurpreet, thanks a lot for
Thank you
being
so
on
much,
this
sir.
play.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.